This Side of Jersey podcast, the number one podcast in the world, is brought to you by It's a Mighty Thing Incorporated. Have you been eager to learn how to defend yourself? Do you want to get in shape? Have you been looking to learn from the best? Or just eager to try something different? From a hometown Philadelphia kid to a rising star to now pro boxing Hall of Famer, come down to Ivan Robinson's Kingdom Boxing Gym and Fitness, located at 4434 Griscom Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and get lessons from a legend. The magic is in the work, and the work is what breeds champions and legends like your very own former IBF and USBA lightweight champion, Ivan Robinson. Different classes and options are available. To find out more, visit kingdomphilly.com or contact 215-839-1400. That's 215-839-1400. The gym is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's kingdomphilly.com to find out more. What's up, everybody? This Side of Jersey podcast.
Gang.
Number one podcast in the world. Self-appointed. All right. Before we jump in, I'm sorry. We're your hosts. I'm Ugly Steven.
I'm Tori, Perks being Tori.
It's your boy I Robinson 03_.
OGBs cannot be with us today. He has some obligations. Shout out Korean Tay behind the camera.
Indeed.
We do have a very special guest today.
Gang.
So before we get into that, we shall do our layup lines. Are you ready, Tor?
I'm ready.
All right. Call first thing in the morning or call in the middle of the night?
First thing in the morning.
Board games or video games?
Board games.
Photos or videos?
Videos.
Social media message or text message?
Text message.
Take a friend on your family vacation or join a friend on their family vacation?
Who? Join a friend.
Group hangout or one-on-one hangout?
Group hangout.
French fries or onion rings?
French fries.
Share food or don't share food?
Don't share food.
Give a ride or hitch a ride?
Give a ride.
Cash App or Venmo?
Cash App.
Instagram or Twitter?
Twitter. No.
Twitter is definitely the right answer there.
Yeah,
100%. Maybe not so much for entrepreneurs, but Twitter is fire.
Yeah. Twitter's where it's at.
Twitter is where the media is. All right. It's on you.
Yeah. We can.
All right. 24 seconds on the shot clock.
Yes, sir.
Go. Shopping online or shopping in store?
Online.
Tattoos or piercings?
Tattoos.
Store bought or homemade?
Homemade.
Plans or surprises?
Surprise.
Pizza or Chinese food?
Chinese.
Books or movies?
Movies.
Roller coasters or water slides?
Roller coaster.
Souvenirs or postcards?
Souvenir.
Letters or emails?
Letters. That's
Android.
That's
All
it.
right.
Dang, he said what? Souvenirs or what? Postcards?
Listen, that pizza and Chinese food, that had me fucked up.
Yeah, no. So I was going to go pizza, but I've had this crazy like craving of Chinese like the last 2 weeks.
Too.
So
Chinese is like a pocket for me.
I just went like
I love Chinese.
what I went, yeah.
I make it homemade a lot.
Too many horror stories for me in Chinese though. With the fucking
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man.
That's true.
All right.
But we gonna eat it anyway.
I think in spirit of the working hard businesswoman that we have here, I'm going to change the question styles up a little bit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just theme. All right. All right. We got 24 seconds on the shot clock.
Yes,
shot clock.
Yes, sir.
Special guest, are we ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right. Go. Start work late or leave work early?
Start work late.
Work from the office or work from home?
Work from home.
Free lunch or free dessert?
Free lunch.
Video meetings or in-person meetings?
Video.
Messy desk or clean desk?
Clean desk.
Snack stash or stationary stash?
Snack stash.
Win the lottery or land your dream job?
Lottery.
Angry client or angry coworker?
Coworker.
Emails or conversations?
Emails.
Interviewer or interviewee?
Interviewer.
All right. Not bad.
Not
bad.
None
Now.
of us made it.
Say it again.
None of us made it.
Oh, y'all did pretty well actually.
Yeah,
I think y'all got like
the whole
some
It was like
space
right
around.
on
Yeah.
us.
Indeed.
Like if the ball had already left
Yeah.
and the buzzer didn't go off and I made it.
Like the buzzer beater?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Because I felt like I said
I was
Twitter
really
like.
funny.
But
Nah, Twitter was the right answer.
yeah, no,
Twitter
it
was definitely the right
Facts,
answer.
facts. If
Yeah.
I had to
right
give
on the
up,
line.
Bree doesn't understand that though. She's not like a Twitter person. I'm like, once you get on Twitter and specifically Black Twitter,
Black
Yes.
Twitter's
yo,
the best.
that's where it's
yeah,
at.
yeah.
Last for days.
Yo, don't you think we should have our own social media? Like,
We really should. But like, how
like
do you
someone should make
verify?
Black Twitter,
Yeah.
like the app.
I feel like that's what they was trying to do with what's that shit called? God damn it. That shit that all the celebrities. It's like a
Oh yeah. It was like popular for like a couple months.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what that shit called right now.
Same.
You're not
God
talking about
damn it.
Vera.
When they
are
come
you?
back, when they come
Vero,
back,
some
I'm
shit
like,
like
is it Clubhouse?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
It
I
I feel
is
like that's what they were
Clubhouse.
trying to do with
That
Clubhouse.
app
Yeah.
sucked.
I never
agree.
even went on
I
it.
agree.
That
That's
app
what I feel like.
I've never
That's
even
what they were
heard of
going.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, Meek posted something the other day, and it was like, because they ready to get rid of Clubhouse. He was like, damn, y'all getting rid of all the shit we repost our traps at. Like, shit like that. It was basically like just a big ass platform for
Right.
like Black Twitter,
Yeah.
honestly, just to
Yeah.
get in and goof off and doing that shit. But it's,
I'm not gonna
I guess
lie.
I feel-
I don't think that is that far fetched of an idea. We should talk about it later about
And
the Black
should.
Twitter app because we just leave Twitter to the white people. You know what I'm saying? And then like anybody who's down,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
come over
yeah,
here. You know what I mean?
Right.
right.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we have a special guest for a special episode. She is an entrepreneur of multiple platforms. She's a digital marketer for a private equity firm. And we love and know her for her being our amazing video editor, tech producer, engineer, Devontae. She's in a relationship with Devontae. Chrissy McCollum, ladies and gentlemen. Chrissy
gang,
Chrissy
gang,
Mc-
gang.
Hey.
Wait, I don't know. There it is. Chrissy, thank you for being here.
Glad to be here.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
We have a special episode today. I feel like it's gonna separate. We might divide the room once or twice.
A little bit.
We thought it would be a good idea to just talk about the ins and outs, like realistic ins and outs that come with being in a relationship. I think you had a very interesting category that I feel like is kind of necessary to talk about, honestly, because I feel like social media is like distorting that narrative a little bit.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Absolutely.
Talk about that.
Bro, finances, period. I just think, like you just, and again, it's not, I don't want to class all women because it's not women. It's more men who are giving the women these ideas that, you know what I mean, we're going to throw money at you and take care of everything. And then that's kind of like the, I guess, because even it was known back in the day, I guess, like man did this and then, I mean, that was the,
They're the provider.
exactly. And then the woman did whatever at home. But like times have changed. You know what I mean? People look at things differently. People handle things differently. But big thing is, yeah, I just want to talk about finances. How people go about them. Do people like split 50-50? Yeah, in that direction.
So when you say 50, do you mean specifically, do you mean like if we go on a trip, for
This is
example?
everything. So
Like,
like
if we
petty
live together?
expenses,
Okay.
dinner, like are we doing 50-50? Again, like anything. It could be, because everybody has different mindsets. Me, I'm not like, we're not going to calculate dinner. If I have it, I'm going to pay for it. That's
Type
the
shit.
type of person I am. If I have it, I got it. But like, that's for when like, you know what I mean, big purchases, we talking like house, I'm thinking, all right, we're going to go in this 50-50. Like we're not going to, I take care of the house. Nah, big purchases, I'm thinking like 50-50, shit like that. But for me, like, I feel like social media has turned in like, you know what I mean, if this male isn't doing everything, then he's a bum or he's not like the provider he should be. Or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, they're holding males to this high standard, which is fine. Like we're men, we're supposed to take care of things. But times have also changed where we're empowering women too. Women, you know what I mean, women have jobs. Women are successful. A lot of a lot of women are successful and climbing a ladder in today's world. So I guess it just depends on how you look at things, and what you and your partner decide to do. Because if it's okay with, the man taking care of everything, and then, if, I may fall, so now my wife may have my back, or my partner may have my back, or whatever the case may be. Like, they pick up the expenses for this long until I get back on my feet, or whatever the case may be. Because they've been able to save and do whatever for however long, because I've been providing this and that. So
Yeah.
I was trying to get y'all viewpoint on that and what y'all thought about it.
For the 50-50 breakdown, now how does that work with, say if I make $70,000 a year and my partner makes $100,000, are we still splitting things 50-50?
See, nah, and that's the thing. Like, again, it's situational depending on like that. So if
Can I ask
I'm
a question?
making,
Can I ask a question before you begin? Are you saying, when you say 70, because I feel like you're using like 70 and 100,000, that's a $30,000 difference in income. So specifically, like, if your partner makes $30,000 more than you.
Yeah.
Like, specifically that though. Like, you're not saying 100K to really mean like 350K.
Yeah, no.
Like, you really mean like 30,000, like that.
If
much.
there's
Okay.
a pretty typical, I mean, unless your jobs are, someone's a
completely
doctor and the
yeah.
other one's a
Right.
librarian.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
it's just like a 30K difference, I get. But
Yeah.
even then, in that sense, like, it's just about how you got, like, I was trying to get how everybody else feels. I know how I feel in the situation, but I was trying to, I guess, dissect how y'all felt about it.
I like the 50-50 rule.
Yeah.
With
I
everything.
abide by we abide by the 50-50 rule.
Okay.
Yeah. So like we split rent, we
Yeah.
split like
Everything.
dinner, we split. Yeah, it's
Word.
just everything's like 50-50. I think it's easier when you're close in like income, right? So like, I think it's a little trickier when it's the 100K thing.
Right.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That's a little different because it's
Yeah.
like, I would say if I had 100K and let's say Bree made 70K, like that that was what it was, I probably would pay most of the things.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Just
Oh,
out of
shit.
like,
I'm trying to help my partner out. Like, I'm able to provide more, so I should provide more until they're on their feet to do whatever, or even like just because that's the type of partner you are.
yeah, I
you
also
wanna-
just want to do that. Like, I
Exactly,
feel like
for your partner.
that's a form of like loving someone.
Exactly.
Right.
Not saying that if you can't provide for them, you don't love them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if I can provide for you,
I will.
I
a
want
form
to.
of doing
I
that would
will.
be doing that. Like, so
Exactly.
therefore, like, you don't have to pay the mortgage. Like, I have the mortgage. Like, you're
Yeah.
taken care of in that regard.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's why I think like you shouldn't be selfish. But like at 25, bro, like come on, bro, we're all
Instant
25,
Yeah, who-
26, bro.
exactly.
Who the
Right.
fuck is with somebody that's paying all their bills, bro? Like,
Bro, that's what a
know what
lot
I'm
of
saying? Like-
you'd be surprised though. Like
You
a
would
lot
be
of
surprised.
women, like they hold a male to that standard. If I'm gonna be in a relationship with someone, I want somebody to be able to take care of me full blown. That way, I can whatever
And they
money I
post
That's lazy.
about it, like on their
Exactly.
Instagram
That's lazy.
stories.
Word.
Like,
That's
I don't
lazy.
know.
in this
so
generation, bro,
unattractive.
where women is making money and making moves, bro, at the
Successful.
same
Very
levels as
successful.
as men, bro.
There's
Right.
no reason.
There's
for
no
you not
reason, bro.
to
You
be-
can't get off your ass and do it. But that speaks more to
Indeed.
like that speaks
partner
more to
you're with.
yeah,
Who
bro.
you're-
Because
right.
don't get me wrong, I feel like if your partner was like, "Yo, I'll take care of the mortgage, but I want you to start your fucking business."
Indeed.
Facts.
But those aren't the women who are bragging like, "Oh, I'm taking care of," because they trying to get it out the mud because they starting their business. They
Right.
understand that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's the
Right.
motherfuckers who's just like, "Oh, I want a man to take care of me." It's like, bro, no,
I'ma just sit
you're just
back.
lazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get a job. Like, you feel me, bro?
No.
Like,
That's
there's
not cute.
It's not.
You want to sit around and be able to spend money all day.
Right.
You have no motivation to do anything else.
No.
Just to be
Yeah,
taken care of
literally
and
lazy.
shop and
That's
show on
it.
Instagram.
Just
That's what you
yeah.
want.
I mean, like,
Like-
and like, what is exciting about that? Like, I don't care like how good you look or you know what I mean. Like, no, I'm
Yeah,
not
bro.
doing that for somebody. You're not my child.
I also like the fact that like me and Bree talk about this all the time. Like I'm happy that I met someone because I know I'm gonna make it. Like I know I'm gonna make money. Like that's just gonna happen. You feel me? I'm happy that I met someone who I'm with now who saw me before I had it. You feel me? Because I
That's
feel
what a
like
lot of people say.
That's
I would be
true.
terrified to start dating when I was rich.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like
So
what am I
true.
even doing this for? Like you feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
yeah. 50-50, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I like for your working class, like for the
For
working
the
class.
I
I
agree.
agree.
50.
A normal like I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
relationship is 50-50. I agree.
Okay.
I can say like when I lived with my ex, me and him, we did split rent 50-50. But far as like maybe like little bills, like I would do food shopping and like he would pay the phone bill. Like, so we would
Yeah,
kind of
shit
like
like
even
that
it out,
too.
stuff like that, like little things.
So even if it's not 50-50, y'all finding some type
Right.
of balance. Like I'll take care of utilities.
For me, that's
utilities, and you
50-50.
make sure.
Right.
Yeah, right. So
That's
some
50-50
type
for me.
of shared. You know what I mean?
That's a whole different
Responsibility.
ballgame, though. If you're talking like significant other that you live with versus someone
Right.
where you live in your own respective households, pay your
For
own
sure.
bills. And
Correct.
then, I absolutely think like who buys dinner, whatever, should be 50-50. Something that we're trying to like implement in our own household is having a joint savings account. Now that like we've taken that step, like we've lived with each other for over a year.
Right.
So to really get smart about our money, even if our incomes are different, they're not too different, but like we agree on a certain amount that we're comfortable contributing to that account, and that account pays our bills, so we don't have to worry
Right.
about send me half the rent or anything like
Absolutely.
that
Yeah,
takes care of our bills.
that's smart.
And you and your significant other have to have that discussion, like what should be taken out of here. Should dinner still be like discretionary, like that comes out of our own personal savings, like I got you this week, you can buy takeout next week, like or does all of that come out of that account, and it changes how much you put into it. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good way to never be watching like your spouse's pocket or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, man, I bought dinner the last 10 times. Like, no, it came out of our account. That's our money.
Can I speak real quick to your savings account? And hold on, don't use your idea. You don't even gotta
Yeah.
listen to me. Just hold your.
I got you.
idea.
I got you. No, I'm
To the savings account thing you said. I think it should also be proportionate for like it should scale proportionately, right? So like for example, if you make $100,000 and your partner makes $50,000, and we have a joint savings account, okay, I obviously can afford to put more money in the account than you can, but at
Absolutely.
scale, what's that to you? So like if
Right.
I'm putting in 2 racks a day or whatever the fuck, can you put in 500 racks? Because you're pulling your weight for what you're being paid.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
still
let's look
have
at it
to.
that way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like like you still can. You don't got to put it at the rate that I am, but like at scale, you're putting in what I'm putting in. That's like 50-50 in a sense. You know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
at scale. And and you still, it's a personal decision at the same time as having this discussion with your partner, is because you have to think about like, okay, I got student loans. I got
Fendi.
Indeed.
heavy student loan payment every month. So I'm not going to take that out of our savings, but I need
Right.
to budget enough money to keep on my own so that it is about even like we know that our bills are taken care of, but we still need our own money on the side and
type
everything
shit.
like that.
Right.
So that's what I was just gonna ask. Like jumping from that topic, for everybody up here, like do we share all income? Like literally from 0 to whatever you get paid, every income you share with your partner.
No. I mean, I don't know. Like, I just feel like
And
at
do
the
we
end-
think that's important? I'm sorry.
like sharing, like you mean like just sharing your money, period?
Not like sharing, like giving them, but like, so we talk about sharing a split bank account or whatever. Do you like, does your partner know what you make like what you get paid yearly, like what you might get in petty, change, things like that? Do you share all your income with your partner? Like, do they know that?
I mean, she knows my salary.
Yeah, I feel like if you're
That's
living
the question,
together,
yeah.
like, and you guys are paying bills together, I feel like my partner would know what I make.
I think it's all case by case. Like, say both of our working incomes are going into the savings account,
Right.
but if Tay wants to sports bet and he
That's
comes
what-
up
yeah.
like a lot of
yeah.
money, that's up to him if he wants to contribute some to our savings. But he won that. I
Mm-hmm.
had nothing to do with it. I put no money in towards that. So like,
It's his.
that's his.
Right.
All right, you said all right, nah, because now we about to get spicy.
That's what
Now we
I'm
about to get
saying. This is
spicy.
what I'm trying to
Because
pick
you
at,
say
bro.
that now until
He might
y'all
make-
trying to buy a crib and y'all trying to save up and y'all putting in y'all income money into it, but you don't know on the side that he flipping 6 racks every week and
feel
getting
me?
10 racks.
All this
and then
is-
you find out he got 20 racks saved off of like 3 bets, and then you like, damn, we trying to get a crib, like da-da-da-da-da. Like at some point you can be like, damn, my nigga, like.
But
You
you should.
feel me? Like, you might
I
not
hear
say
you.
that, obviously,
Yeah,
but-
and that's what I was getting at, because I don't want like. I mean, obviously, you want to share the money you're making with your partner, because if it comes down, y'all have to make big life decisions like buying a house, buying a
Type
car,
shit.
if you anything like you're ready to have a kid, this and that. But in preparation, also like, because people have this in the back of their mind. In preparation, that some shit may go wrong. So like, if this don't work out, I need some shit to fall back on. I don't want her to know that I have, or I mean, maybe you do, but maybe you don't. Like, you just don't want everybody in your business like that.
I do think you can have a savings account.
Okay, so that's where I was.
All
going
right,
at.
so I think obviously it's subjective to your relationship.
Right.
I would feel as though like if I had $20,000 in money that I came up on the side just off like my poems or something like that, you feel what I'm saying? And we were in like house shopping, and it was a house that she wanted that was like 20 grand higher than the cost, and I had it personally, but I didn't want to contribute to that. At that point, I would have to consider dipping into that fund.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna be like,
That's
bro,
how I
I
am
know you
too.
need $20,000,
Indeed.
and I just made that off of my side hustle, and it's just sitting there added to the other 40 racks that's already in there, and like I'm not going to be like, that was my money. Like, you should have did better. Like, come on, bro.
Because
like,
and if you got it in the first place, you can get it back. So if you building a life with somebody, it's okay to, you know what I mean?
I think you got to trust them. Like,
Indeed.
you have to trust that your partner has your best interest too. So yeah, if we're getting a house together, he's not just going to keep all his secret money. Like, he wants the best for both of us. Like, you have to realize like you're in it together with your partner. And yeah, you can be selfish a little bit and have your savings account, and just in case, you never know.
You should have a savings. I agree.
For anything, yeah.
Like an emergency.
I believe in you having your own savings account.
Yeah.
Because I always joke about like a prenup, but I'm like, bro, like I feel like the people who, and I don't know how I feel about prenups. Like obviously, it's like obviously a very like touchy subject, but I feel like shit can go south.
It definitely can.
Absolutely.
Really
like
fast.
everyone who got a prenup, like knew that. Yeah. Like you feel me? Like it can go south. I'm not saying sign one. I'm not saying do it. Mm-hmm. I'm saying don't be unrealistic to the fact that people go into marriage in love and go and like some of them don't make it out. Right. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so then you feel what I'm saying? Like it can get ugly. You feel me? I don't know. But to speak to your income, I think it depends on what stage you're in the relationship. If you're in a building stage, like Bree and I are trying to like build a lot of things. Like I feel like a lot of things is mutual. It's like, because also like I'm working for us. It's like you're a part of my future. I'm working toward a future that's not just like work related. It's like I have a wife next to me as well. So it's like you're a part of all this success. You know what I'm saying? If I flip a house, we now got an extra bread coming in. You know what I'm saying? What can we do with that? Can we start the business now? Can we like? So it's like, you feel me?
Yeah.
I don't see any of my goals not including my partner. So
Me
therefore,
either.
I mean, yeah, in that case, you shouldn't be. I would say if you don't include them, you probably shouldn't be with them. Like at this age, you're building towards something long term. So if you don't see that, then you probably shouldn't even waste your time like trying.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. This Side of Jersey podcast, the #1 podcast in the world, is brought to you by Sleeves Inc. Antoine Dickerson and his business partners provide a customized product to organizations that you cannot find anywhere else. They design athletic sleeves to accent teams' uniforms for high school, college, and professional sports. A one-of-one product that's exclusive for each particular team. They offer arm sleeves, headbands, gladiator masks, wristbands, mouthpieces, and socks. And they are still also in the process of expanding their catalog. Visit Sleeves Inc. on Instagram. That's SLEEVEZINC on Instagram. And DM your order to get a 3 to 5 business day shipping deal on your order. All right. So we know each other's incomes. That's fine. Whatever. We know each other's incomes. Personal goals. What how do we feel about personal goals? So like we often try to make better for ourselves and our futures, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and we can go on entrepreneurial routes, right? What does your partner have to have? What character traits does your partner have to have for you to be able to do that successfully? So you know that you want to do what you want to do in your future, right? Mm-hmm. What does a supportive partner of that look like?
I feel like definitely like the #1 thing would have to be like understanding. Like you have to understand like this is a goal of mine. You know what I mean? Like, because you could have a partner who doesn't support your dreams, which would suck. But I'm sure, you know, that has happened with people. And so I just feel like you have to be like really understanding that this is something that I've always wanted to do. And like, I'm going to do it. Like, you know, I'm really going to go after it. And definitely trust that I'm able to.
Yeah. I think for me, one of the qualities that I need in my partner is an equal or greater amount of motivation to tackle his own personal goals. Like if you're just, I mean, yeah, you work your 9 to 5, but if you're just like, that's it, you're content with that. Like you're not striving for more. That's kind of a turn off to me. So I won't be as motivated to reach my goals. But if we're both sitting there after work, he's working on the podcast, I'm working on my thing. Like we're building our separate interests, but together, and we're motivating each other and keeping each other on track. If I notice Tay's gone like a week without editing, I'd tell them like, what's up with that? Like, how's it going? Are you stuck
Right.
somewhere?
Call
like,
them out on-
Yeah. And like keep them on track and keep them motivated.
I agree. The 9 to 5, you gotta have more than that.
Word.
Facts. I feel like,
Gotta
I don't
remember
know.
that.
Some people do like really be content though with just that. Like,
That's
I can't do
no,
it.
and
I
that's
can't do
not,
it.
It's
yeah,
not enough
like that's
anymore.
not for me.
It's
The
not
dream.
enough.
I can't do it because I know that I need to be able to look over and get motivated.
Same.
Like there's times where she'll be working on something and I'm like, all right, now I need to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I gotta do something. Like I gotta
That's
be
how I
productive. You
am.
know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be motivated. Because there's gonna be times where I don't want to do that. And I can't look over and fall into you
Yeah.
Not doing
doing
shit.
anything.
Yeah.
We both like-
Literally.
yeah. And I don't give a
No,
fuck when
we
nobody
both-
talking, bro. A woman is a man's most like biggest influence,
Absolutely.
bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I don't care about nothing, bro.
Yeah.
If
You
your
said
woman
that,
tells
and I
you to
agree.
relax, bro, you
Yeah.
will relax,
Absolutely.
bro. It's times where I gotta do shit, bro, and Bree's like, bro, stop. Like just sit down.
Chill out.
Like chill out. Don't do
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, all right. And you, of course, this is the best. Just like
That's what
ever,
you
know
need.
what I'm saying?
Exactly
But,
what
like,
you need.
Facts.
Yeah, bro. Like, nah, son. I feel like for personal goals, they would have to like not just only be motivated, but you would have to be like present in my
Journey.
yeah. There's a difference in like support and there's a difference in like being present.
Investment.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like all right, you know I do poetry, but like do you come see me perform?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to talk out event ideas. Like, are you spitting some back out at me? You feel what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing. I gotta be able to bounce ideas off you.
Right.
Like you feel what I'm, you kind of just gotta be like a
Communicate with
backboard
them.
sometimes. Like, you
Yeah.
feel me? Like yeah,
No, that's fact.
Indeed.
yeah. I gotta be able to bounce ideas off you, bro. I also need like I need encouragement in like I need the encouragement that's like, yo, take the leap.
Yeah.
Because taking not like the easy decisions that are like, oh, should I wear red or blue? Like, I'm talking about the ones where it's like,
Should
bro,
I
should
do
I?
this?
So, for example, it was around the time when I was transitioning, trying to find a job for high school teaching, and I was working at AT&T, and my resume fucking said adjunct professor, and then it said AT&T because AT&T is my full time job. And I'm like, bro, the adjuncts, they're not really considering because that's not the same as high school.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I might as well not even have it on the resume. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Which leaves me with the AT&T, and I'm like, bro, fuck that. But I didn't have my certification, so I found a tutoring company that was like a high school tutoring company, and I like weighed the options, and it was like ended up being like I think less money. But I was like, bro, I got to get this on my resume if I'm going to get a high school teaching job. Like I
Right.
have to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, bro, should I do this? And it was we had just got this apartment, like just got it. So it was like, you can't really be taking leaps right now. This is like, you
Right.
feel me? Like you're trying to build the foundation. You feel me? And she was like, yo, if you think you gotta do it, then do it. Like,
Facts.
and I was like,
That's what you need,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? I was like, all right,
Yeah.
like we gonna try it out. You feel me? And now I have a high school teaching job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
you gotta be able to push me off the edge sometimes if I'm scared. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you know it's the right thing for me to do, you gotta be able to like push me sometimes. You feel me?
Yeah, because I know me, like I'll talk myself out of stuff, like, so I would need like I
Doubt
need somebody-
yourself.
Yeah, I
Type
doubt
shit.
myself, so I would need like somebody to be like, nah, like you got this.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And just to add to all that, like everything y'all said, but the one thing that's sticking out to me, especially like as we talk about, is patience. Because a lot of times shit is not
Mm-hmm.
gonna happen overnight. So like
Yeah.
it might get hard, like especially for one partner who like Steve, you may be going through some shit, and Bree, like she might have to tell you 2-3 times, like, you know what I mean, just trying to pick you up, and that shit can get overwhelming sometimes for her because we don't know, you know what I mean, what's going on your
Yeah.
partner's plate. So like
Yeah.
sometimes patience is a good virtue, bro. Because
patience is always a
Yeah.
virtue.
Yeah, facts.
you know what I mean,
I have not mastered that one yet.
I
I think that's my life calling. I think that's the life. Like that's my
patience.
like if God had a checklist for me, it's like patience. When you learn that,
you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's definitely hard to master.
yeah, yeah. It's also hard too because again, I hate the whole social media is forcing it. But it's like, bro, it's
I'm over it.
I'm
Social
over
media,
it. But it's the only thing we look at.
I
Right.
know, and I don't
Like,
know how to like.
I was over it when it was like,
disconnect.
oh, social media's
Sorry.
killing. It's like, well, I'm on Netflix a lot. Like I'm doing like it's like now like your entertainment, your news, your comedy, your whatever
Everything.
you want is on social media, bro. So it's like when you say that, it's like, bro, yeah, that literally is kind of
Right.
forcing you to like
Yeah.
Tap into it a
move
little bit,
faster. Yeah, like I feel like I see people my age like fucking building companies. I'm like, bro,
Same.
Word up.
like you feel what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I never lose faith in like my marathon. So like I know that like
It might take
You gonna
me a
make
little
it when
while.
you
everything
make
I've
it.
manifested so far has happened.
Right.
Right.
So I feel like I'm doing the right things.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like knock on wood. So like I know I'm gonna get there. And that's the thing too. Like I don't want to compare myself to another nigga. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like I know I'm gonna get there because it's been happening. I'm just moving a little slow. You feel
Run
me? I'm
your
just on the
race, bro.
highway. But then you see the Maserati that you could hear half a mile. You hear the engine coming. You like, what the fuck, yo? And then that bitch fly past you.
Right past you.
Bro. Yeah. And then you find out that was a 14-year-old kid who like built the next Apple or something. And you're like,
one video.
Facts.
Yeah,
Off
come
of TikTok
on, man.
facts,
Like
facts.
literally.
Fuck.
But like social media, like that's why it just like, I don't know, it sucks. Like I'm so over social media because it does have such an impact on like relationships, like the way you view life, like how you like determine where you're at in life. And it should not, but it really does, like so much.
Yeah.
I think you just got to keep like yourself grounded. Like those couple goals, those relationship goals, that
That's
couple
bullshit.
posting each other all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You never know what the hell.
Never.
Like
Yeah, stay away from that
sometimes
shit.
like I've found that those are the relationships
That's
that are in the
fumbling.
most danger,
Yeah.
the
I
most
literally-
insecure. Like
I like YouTube, so I be watching like YouTube couples. And like literally like this one YouTube couple who they've had YouTube channel for like ever, and like everybody be like, oh, they're such goals, like they live together, they literally created like this entire thing, like life, like they were building a house together. They literally stopped, they didn't record for like 3 months, so everybody's like, nah, they put out videos like twice a week, like what's 3 months they're not recording. So they literally dropped a video like 2 weeks ago, like, yeah, we broke up. And like they literally like had just like, when I say like they like their last YouTube that they had posted before was them like literally they started to build their house, like they bought all this this property, all this land together. And I was just like, yo, like it's crazy.
See, that's it.
And then they had to like break up with the world. Like you have to break up with the world.
That's savings account.
Facts.
Yeah, right.
You just don't know.
Somebody walked away with a lot. Somebody walked away
You
with a
feel
little
me? You
bit.
just don't know.
Yeah.
And then in situations like that, I feel like it's always because especially if it's a bad like parting, somebody always trying to get over on the other. So like, just make sure you got your security.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How would your marriage have to end
for y'all
to walk away 50-50 peacefully and everyone's happy?
I don't know, man.
Probably something that wouldn't end your relationship because it's not that fucking
depends
serious.
on the
Like,
maturity, and that's the thing.
Definitely
If
the
you
maturity.
can't talk through it, then like if I woke up and was just like, I just don't feel in love with you anymore, like I don't think we should continue this, like I feel like that would be a really mature partner to just be like, you're right, let's get divorced. Like
I feel like
that's
times
okay, go on
yeah.
your way.
No.
Most times
Okay.
kids are involved with that. Like
Yeah.
if kids are
Right.
involved, then
Yeah,
we
that's-
have to find out what's best for them. But if
Yeah.
not, then
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I don't want a compromised relationship with my kids.
Yeah.
Me either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Me
I would
either.
hate everybody
Facts.
in the world. If,
Word.
like, I would just walk around angry, bro. If I had to go like
Facts.
schedule to see my kids, bro, or like
that's
Yeah.
trash.
can't just wake up when I want and take them to the like wherever the
Right.
fuck, like, because I'm gonna have money, bro. So like they're gonna get a lot of shit. Like
Indeed.
I'm gonna fucking spend it.
Spoil
You know
your
what I'm saying?
kids.
Like
I
yeah,
just
like,
seen like this thing on Instagram. It was like, my kid will have a silver spoon. Like I will get them
High
whatever they want,
key.
and I'm
Word
like,
up.
yes, like I dead ass. My kid like not nothing crazy. Like mom, I want a horse. Like nah, you're not getting a horse. But like you know what I mean. Like my kid's not gonna be like, oh like. I couldn't get this growing up or something like that. My baby finna have it.
I told Bree, if we get a daughter, it's over.
Yeah, over.
It's all the shit I was talking about her sister being spoiled. You'll be saying I told you so for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Bro. It's curtains.
I already
if I get
know
a
that's
daughter,
how it
bro.
be.
Yeah, bro.
Indeed.
Like
Kids, is that something that you talk about with your partner?
yeah, kids.
The amount,
Definitely.
when to have them,
Yeah, that's like literally.
names.
I think that conversation like could even come before your finances conversation. Like,
Oh, hell
once
yeah.
you
I agree.
decide
Yeah,
that
yeah,
this
yeah.
isn't just
Honestly.
a random person I'm
Or-
dating. Like I
Yeah.
want this person. You got to figure that stuff out, because wouldn't it suck to get 5-10 years down the line and be like, okay, I want babies, and they're like, no, I'm cool with that.
yeah, that's
That's
trash.
not my plan.
He said, I'm chilling right now.
chilling right now. Why you want to do that?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
Not
gotta.
having no
Yeah.
kids.
that's definitely a conversation that needs to be had
Yeah.
prior to you.
Yeah. Bree's a little extreme. She says that needs to be known on the first date.
Kids or not.
That's a little extreme. Yeah.
Listen,
I don't
I'm
think,
with
but
you
it
for
does.
the
first
I
five.
think.
First
I
date?
think when you decide that you're interested, and I don't think that's always the first date. That could be like, I'm talking about when you're really like, oh, all right, like you know what I'm saying. Like think about when
Yeah.
you was like when things started kicking up between you and your lady, like that moment.
It's probably
That's when it's like,
yeah.
all right, listen. In the event that we get caught up in this,
And we
find
admit that some
we
shit
find out
happened.
we actually dig each other a little bit. I want kids. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like yeah, tell me
Wait,
now.
you know what's actually funny is, when me and Darian first started talking, I literally was like, I forget, like we weren't like talking, like we were like texting or whatever.
I'm sorry. Was that his first appearance on the podcast? Was that his first appearance on the podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
So when we first started talking, and like I was like just trying to like, you know, not be so pressed over him, but he gonna get mad at me for saying this, but he was definitely pressed over me, and I was like, okay, well, like if you want to be with me, you got to start thinking about how I want 4 kids and a big house with a wraparound porch. I was like, and then we can move on from there. I said I also want a farm. So I was like, when you have that figured out, we can discuss things. And that's like literally like one of the first things I said to him. But like obviously like I'm joking, but like looking back, like now that we're having this conversation, like he's probably like, girl, what? Like, what is she even talking about right now?
Or he thought she knows what she wants.
Yeah. Right. Listen.
I'm a woman that knows what she wants.
Nothing I can. I like more than straight up honesty, bro.
Yeah. Tell me what so
Yeah.
we can
Straight up, bro.
Facts.
That's how I was like dead ass, and I was like, I know I want 4 kids, so, and I know that's a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm with Bree on disclosing that information because I want a big family, and that sometimes I come from a big family, so I want a big family.
Word.
But like, you know, some people don't come from big families, and they're cool with just having like 1 kid. I'm like, nah, I want like a whole football team. Like,
I feel like that's the thing. Like, if I want 5 kids, they all got to be doing the same shit at an elite. Like, I want a starting 5.
Word.
And if it's
Facts.
not,
You're
and if
all
it's
to the
not, and
same
if it's
college.
not that, like if I get 3 and I'm thinking I'm on my way to starting 5 and a girl pops out, I'm
gonna
like,
be mad?
we just fucked up the dynasty. Like,
why?
No, you gotta throw her in the dynasty.
when you want
bro.
that many
Right.
kids, they gotta be the
I
dream
hear
team.
you. I hear you.
Yeah,
Like,
like
I
I
have
heard
3
what you're
boys.
saying.
Ideally, they would be the Ball brothers. Like the Ball brothers is like the ideal situation for like
right.
a trifecta of kids.
But I think no, that's like really fast.
You feel me?
No, I was like the little, like I have my 5 brothers and then I was the only girl. So like, you know, they're like the super team, James Bros. Like
yeah,
literally.
like that's fire. That's hard.
And then there was me and I'm like, yeah, I don't do sports now. I was just a little oddball.
Fucked up the dynasty.
I did, but like technically it's fine. I'm here.
Hey, shout out Ronnie
I'm
doing his
okay.
thing over at
I
Westchester too, man. I
know,
saw that. I'm happy about that, bro. Word up. Because he was talking to me about that when we moved
He
you
out
in
here
that day.
yeah.
That day we moved you in, we was talking
And
all
he was
about it.
talking
And I
about
called,
it.
we even called Mike, because we called Mike because we was trying to find out about the transfer
About the
situation.
Rutgers, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm glad. And like we haven't spoken obviously after that because that was just that day. And then I just saw him like in the uniform, and I was like, oh shit, he must have figured it out. You feel
I'm
me?
going
Like,
to his game next Saturday.
that's fire. Oh, I might try. Yo, are you going Dolo?
I mean, like, me and Cam will probably drive if you would like to come with
I would
us.
definitely like to catch a
My
game.
whole family will be there, but like we're going to tailgate and like.
Yeah, I might try to catch a game. You trying to fuck with a football game?
It will be fun.
I can fuck with that. Yeah, shout out to him, bro. That made me happy. I saw that. I just wanted to shout that out.
Yeah.
All right, so we kind of dabbled in like the intangibles of a good man, right? What other characteristics outside of like their work ethic, outside of their motivations, right? Like what else do you need? And we kind of spoke about this before, like on air. Like this can kind of also be like an inward question, like so like you need this kind of person because of what you lack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what are those things? Talk about those things.
Not to like come out and call myself insecure or anything like that, but
Word.
I think that, and both ways for guys and girls,
Yeah.
it's important to never stop wanting to pursue your partner and to date them. And I mean, obviously there comes a point where you're not always learning new things about them, but like keeping that flame and keeping that
Right.
interest in your partner so that you don't just let things get chill,
Stale.
it's boring.
Yeah.
Like
Routine-ish.
someone's going to get over it. And,
Yeah.
and that's where I think a lot of problems stem from. So if you make goals like, okay, every other week we're going on like a date, or just the way you talk to your partner, like you can tell when someone's actively interested in you and taking an interest in your life and complimenting you and building you up and making you like the best person that you can be, rather than just like a stagnant relationship.
Like just seeing you in the living room.
So that's
like,
key to me.
And like that's it.
Yeah.
We're in our routine, and there's nothing wrong with a routine. I love a routine. Like,
Me too.
don't mess up our routine, but like,
Me too.
not in the terms of how comfortable you are in the relationship. Like, you gotta keep trying to spice that up.
Continue.
So you
Spice
said
it up.
so you said the insecure thing, right? So like what does that mean for your partner? What does that mean for, okay, I'm insecure, so I need you to always build me up in confidence. Like I need you to constantly remind me I'm beautiful, constantly take me out, for example. Or is that like take me out or we go out? Because those are two different things.
I think it is nice once in a while to be taken out. Like, I planned this night. We're going here.
Right.
Wear this.
Yeah.
Like, that type thing is nice. But that doesn't have to be an all the time thing. That's a lot to plan all the time.
All the time.
So I think just going out, just making that effort to go out and be
you wanna
active
go to
in
the bar.
conversation. Don't take me to dinner and be on your phone the whole
phone, yeah.
time.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
but I think that the insecurity thing can come in different ways. Like if I'm hesitant to start my business or something like that, like you're pouring confidence into me there. Or if I think you're talking to bitches, like that reassurance that you're not, like stop it.
Babe, I promise. It's just you. Word up.
But never just like brush it off, like make your partner feel wanted and that you have no reason to be doing that.
Or
like, I think that's really important.
Yeah, I think like tangibles of a good man. I don't know. I guess like when it comes to me, I'm really, really big on communicating. So I feel like he has to be able to communicate with me. Like if you can't communicate with me or if we can't figure out a way to communicate properly, like it's a dub. Like I can't even, like I'll try, but like if I feel like that connection's not there, I just won't. Because I've been in like past relationships where like the communication just was not there. So like now I'm like really, really prominent, like moving from that relationship, I was really prominent on communicating and for like, and even like making like my partner communicate towards me, because, you know, sometimes like women, I'm not going to say we don't really have problems with communicating, but we'll be the first to communicate or bring something up over a man. And like sometimes I think it's really important to make like your partner, your boyfriend or girlfriend, whether like, you know, they're bad at communicating or not, to feel comfortable, to be able to be like, okay, well, you made like a comment and it made me feel some type of way, and then be able to discuss that and like openly talk about that without it leading into an argument, and just like move on from there. Yeah, that's like my biggest thing.
I totally agree. And I think communicating even goes like one step further. I can just say from memory, like recently, Tay and I had a discussion about when I get in a mood, like when I have an attitude, the energy that's reciprocated. Like we had to communicate this to each other, because if I go and get an attitude and he doesn't know what it's about, but he feels like I'm taking it out on him, he'll throw that attitude right back. Now there's no mending an attitude if you're getting an attitude, like you're fighting fire with fire. So like we had to talk about how to communicate those feelings. Like, okay, if I get like this, I'm sorry. And please know that I'm not trying to take it out on you, but either I need some time or I need you to be gentle. Like, please don't get an attitude back, because I'm never going to just chill out.
Just drop it. Yeah, that's how I am. Like, honestly, like just recently, like me and Darian, we got in like a little argument over something stupid. And we swore like, we were like, oh, we talked about it. We're like, all right, we're moving on from it. Like it's whatever. It's really not as deep as we wanted it, like that we made it to be. And then I could see like he was kind of acting weird. So I was just like, you know,
not
like,
over this, are you?
Yeah, I was like, what's up with you? What's your vibes? And he was like, nothing, I'm fine. I'm like, but if you keep saying you're fine, then like, and you're not, then that's not about to solve anything.
I fuck with this nigga already. Just
so I literally like, I was just like, listen, like I was like, I had it like, because I feel like when sometimes people don't like understand like when you're trying to talk, like I feel like people feel like you're being talked at. So I really try and make it feel like like comfortable for him to feel like I'm talking with him and I'm not coming at him, where I'm like, okay, well, I don't like how you did this, that, and the third. Like, I'll just be like, okay, well, you did make a comment about this, and I know maybe you didn't mean it in that way, but it made me feel this way. And I'm not saying that you made me feel this way on purpose, but like, you know, how you said it, it did. And it'd be like things like that where like you think that you guys like moved on from something, but like there's underlying things like, okay, well, why did he say that? Like, does he really feel that way? Like, even though we moved on. And so like, I'm just like I'm the type of person, like we got to get it all out on the table, like right now. Like, cause I get really annoyed. Like I don't have a lot of patience for people. And I also make that clear when going into a relationship is that I like being alone. Like, I'm not like lonely or anything like that, but I love being by myself and I love having me time. So I feel like if I really like you and I invite you in my space, like, then I really like you, because I just don't be having people like just in my space, like in my house either. Like, I'm just like really weird about that too. But yeah.
To bounce off your communication thing and something still bothering him, I think that also has to do with what he just came from, or just what any say if you're a single guy and like who's gonna listen to you if like you made me feel this type of way, if that's not your girl. Like, you internalize those feelings, so it takes a while to break that routine and to feel comfortable enough with someone to tell them how you're feeling and know that they're gonna care and try to fix it, or else you just talking.
Right.
or even respond in the right way, because a lot of times if like, you know what I mean, you get in that whole situation and you respond like you said, fire with fire,
You're on the defense.
Yeah,
You're attacking
everybody
back
now
instead of listening.
the whole energy in the whole room is just messed up. So now I don't even want to talk anymore, because all we're gonna do is continue to scream and shout.
Yo,
so like,
facts.
let's just take our time. You go do what you gotta do. I'm gonna go do what I gotta do. Let's take 5 and then come back when
And we can discuss
shit
it.
is settled. Yeah.
I think I definitely need to be with someone who can make me communicate, and that's why I feel like I can
facts,
agree, 'cause,
bro.
like I won't do it. Like I won't.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I refuse. I'll be like, fuck it.
You gotta pull
Like,
that shit
fuck
out.
it.
Worth it.
Yeah, I don't even care.
I'll deal with it. However, like, I'll handle it. Whatever.
It's gonna work out.
Yeah, and I know I struggle with it, and I know I should, bro. And I don't understand. Like, there really is like I don't know what it is, bro. But there's something in a male anatomy that makes them hard to get over their pride. Like, it's
Yes.
just like.
I don't want to share my problems.
Bro,
yeah.
I can be in a mid argument with Bree, realize I'm wrong, right, and like know that my pride is there, bro. And for some reason, I can't apologize. Not right then and there. I can do it.
that
At
way
Yeah.
too. So
I
don't
can
say
in
it's
that
just
moment.
men.
Yeah, I
'cause
gotta
I
calm
know
down
I
and
get
then I can
that.
apologize. But I'm saying in that moment, I can recognize
that.
like fuck, and then now I'm mad because now I gotta apologize later.
Because you started this whole fucking argument that you
and
thought
I
you
will
was
apologize
right.
later,
Yeah.
but I gotta calm down first and like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I need to be with someone who will like bring the communication out of me, bro. Because I'm
Facts.
so like,
Yeah.
on some
I agree.
terms, like fuck it.
I agree. I don't
I
even
mean,
want to talk
like,
about it.
yeah.
I'll deal with it internally when I
Yeah.
fucking have the time to. I don't want
Yeah.
fucking pour whatever shit I got going on to me and you already having a bad day. Now we just both having a bad
But
day.
that's not good.
That's not good.
I-
No,
yeah,
absolutely.
you're absolutely
That's-
correct.
Yeah,
I
You're
read
absolutely
this.
correct.
I read this book, and it was like growth mindsets versus fixated mindsets, and it's like growth mindsets, fixated mindsets in all different aspects of your life. And one chapter was on relationships, and it was like you can tell, like you're in a growth relationship or a fixated relationship when like it comes down to communicating. Because they were like, say that you and your partner, you wake up and you guys are having a good morning, you kiss each other before work, whatever. Then you go to work, you have a great day. Your partner comes home from work, he had a bad day, and he's just like, miserable, and you're just trying to be there for him, but he doesn't want you to be there for him. And so that creates an argument. Like you're in a fixated argument now because like you're not understanding that, like as your partner, I'm not understanding that you being in a bad mood has nothing to do with me and everything to do with you. And instead of like just being like, okay, well, I'm gonna let you relax, I'm gonna let you like get through it, I'm gonna be there for you. But like it's also like on your partner, where is if they are taking that bad mood out on you, you need to realize that you're also in a fixated mindset, because now you're taking your work problems and you're bringing it home to your partner, and you're disrupting your house. And it's just like, it was crazy. And I was like, yo, I need to read this like all the time.
Bro, literally part of what also pushed me off the edge of leaving AT&T was I hated it, bro. And I was coming home, bro, and I was fucking miserable. And like, bro, I really like, I would go and like do whatever for like an hour, and like coming from work, like don't talk to me for the first hour. Like just
Let
straight,
me
you know what I'm
be,
saying?
I'll
like,
talk to you,
I'm like,
yeah.
bro, this is trash, bro. Like,
It-
I'm like, this
bro,
is not a good
it's
feeling,
bad
bro.
for your
Like, you know what I'm
mental.
saying? Yeah, so I was like,
And
that
it
was part
affects
of what pushed me
everything
off
else.
the edge.
Yeah.
Like, you also have to take responsibility and know that, like you should be aware when you're bringing negative energy.
Yeah.
Like, you should be aware. Sometimes
Facts.
I'm hyper aware of it, and that's why I feel like a lot of insecurity comes in, because you're like, are you okay? Like, did I do something wrong? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you need to know when you're bringing negative energy. But
Right.
you know because you
You
know
do.
when
Yeah.
They're asking
someone
you
brings
what's
you
wrong.
negative
Yeah.
energy. Like, you recognize negative energy when you walk in the door. You're like,
Right
just
away.
feel
You
it, you
feel
feel
it.
me?
Yeah.
so it's like, bro, it's no way I should be coming home from work wasting. I gotta burn another hour after working 9 to 5 because I just don't even want to talk to the world.
Right.
And then I can come out and we can talk about whatever we want to do. But then it's 6 o'clock and we gotta cook dinner and then start the day over tomorrow. Like, it's like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't get in that cycle. So I feel
Right.
like you also gotta. Nobody's perfect, bro. Like, everyone gets in bad moods. Everyone's moody. Everyone has ADHD or ADD. I think personally, like, just like everything irritates them. Like,
Yes.
because
I would have to agree.
we're losing patience
Right.
Yeah.
with every day. Like, social media, we just lost patience with everything. So like
Everything.
everything's instant. You feel me? Forgot I was saying that.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
You all have your bad days, but I think
Right,
it's-
but try to be aware of like. Try to be
Yeah.
aware. And truly,
It's hard
like,
when you're in the moment.
It's
but,
hard when you're in
like,
the moment, right?
Yeah.
But try to be aware, because even if you notice, like, now that I said that, right? Now if you go and then like one in your next 5 arguments, you recognize it, that's improvement.
That's,
Exactly.
Yo,
That's
like,
improvement.
And
You know
that
what I'm
also
saying? Like,
just speaks to what you're saying. Like, that's why you need a partner sometimes who can
Yeah.
actually help you communicate.
Exactly.
Like, I just need you to help me bring that out. Like, sometimes,
Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
I don't want to talk, you're the only person who I feel comfortable talking to. So, like, you being here and you just ask me what's wrong, sometimes that shit will just completely change your day. Like this person
Literally.
cares enough to know that my day is fucked up, so they trying to figure out what's wrong with me, and then I don't help you talk, bro. So
Yeah. Something that Bree and I started doing, and it's happened less, so it's cool, obviously. But something we talked about, something I think you were like, you kind of like scratching the surface of it, is like when you need a moment, just being like, yo, I need a moment. So like if we're arguing and it's like, bro, I feel like I don't want to drag it, but I'm about to go to Jose's for a second, and like, but just saying that before, like, leaving the other person with reassurance.
Right.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you're mad at me, I'm insecure that you're mad at me. So now we're just two like fighting.
Right.
Just going back and forth,
like
yeah.
fuck, right? So like, just being like, yo, I love you. I'm not upset with you. I mean, I'm upset with you, but like, I'm leaving. I'm going to Jose's. I love you. I don't hate you. I'm not like.
Right. We're
You know
not
what I'm
breaking
saying?
up.
We're not breaking up. Yeah, like we're not breaking up.
just
like,
give me a little bit.
Just let me go handle my handle. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I feel like matters. You got to be able to let me
Definitely.
like, because I don't know how to deal with my emotions. So I need you to just be along on the roller coaster.
I can say,
But
like,
just trust that I
help
am trying to
me,
figure it
yeah,
out. Like,
facts.
and you can
Right.
help and just like chime in. Like, you can be in the passenger seat. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, just know that I'm trying to get there. I don't got my license yet. No one taught me.
This shit a
We're
little
figuring this shit
rocky.
out. But we're
Yeah.
going to figure it out. And we're going to get there. You feel me? That's all I need, bro. That's all I
Absolutely.
need. Because I'm a lot, bro. You got to know when you're a lot. Too.
Yes,
You do.
absolutely.
You got to know
bro.
when you're a lot.
But
Yeah.
I feel like every relationship is a lot, bro. No
It is.
relationship is gonna be
Yeah.
a cakewalk. You're gonna go through ups and downs and all that
Yeah.
shit. You just gotta make sure you have the right partner and y'all align and y'all on the same page and y'all can figure
Yeah.
that shit out.
I think that's the solution to like most of the things we've talked about so far
Right.
is just be mindful of who you're picking as your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
like there's a point where you grow up and you're no longer just dating this person to date or because they look
Right.
good
Yeah.
or because they got whatever or do
Word.
whatever. Like,
Yeah.
this is the person you need to build everything with. You got to have
Exactly.
every type of conversation with them. Like,
Yeah.
If I fall, they gonna pick me up no matter
Yeah,
what,
you
and it's gonna be
gotta-
vice versa.
Yeah.
yeah.
Talk your
Put
shit,
some
Chris.
thought into
Talk
that.
your shit,
Yeah,
Big C.
I get
Talk your shit,
Come on
Big
now.
C.
Nah, that's offendy. That's offendy. This Side of Jersey podcast, the #1 podcast in the world, is brought to you by the Puddin' Palace. Now, we have had the luxury and the honor of seeing this business grow from a small venture out of Miranda's kitchen to a full storefront located at 211 West Clinton Avenue in Oakland, New Jersey. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking, right? My mom makes pudding. I love it. My grandma makes it. Why would I ever abandon that? Listen, I'm going to tell you exactly why you would abandon that. Okay? This is exactly why. This is not normal pudding, ladies and gentlemen. The flavors are unreal. They have regular banana. They have birthday cake. They have cinnamon toast crunch, Dunkaroo, cookie madness, strawberry lemonade. The list goes on. My personal favorite, thanks for asking, is the strawberry shortcake. It comes with the crumbs. It's the real deal. All right? It is the real deal. They have full-size pans. They have personal size servings. They have gift boxes. You cannot go wrong. All right, so make your way to the Puddin' Palace, again located at 211 West Clinton Avenue in Oakland, New Jersey. Also on the website at www.thepuddinpalace.com. It is pudding with no G at the end. So again, that's www.thepuddinpalace.com.
So what about for you guys? Intangibles of a
Intangibles?
good woman.
Go ahead, Steve. You can start, bro.
Oh, I was looking at you. I thought like I said, you gotta trust that I am trying to do this, and like at times where it doesn't look, that sounds like manipulative, but like I do show enough where it's not manipulative. Like I do show enough
Right.
progress where like like I'm not just dicking around. You're just like my girl, and like hey,
Stop.
it's like nah, bro. Like I'm like okay, like this woman's gonna carry my kids.
Right.
I'm gonna raise my kids with this woman. Like when we argue, I can't show my kid that like I can't talk to her this way in front of my. You know what I'm saying? Like these are, I'm
Yeah.
thinking like, and that's part of the problem too. Is I
Long-term.
think too far
Long term.
ahead.
Yeah.
That's probably the problem a
You
lot
think
of times.
about the
But I'm
future
like,
a lot.
that's what I'm thinking. Though. I'm like, yo, all right, like, we're not just like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So your moral compass has to matter. Like, what do you believe? Like, what do you stand on?
Okay.
What is unbreakable about you? Because there got to be something.
Yeah.
You have to stand on something, bro. You have to
You
believe
do.
in something. You
do.
can't just be out here winging it. I mean, we're all winging it.
We,
You gotta have like
I was about to say, I don't
somebody
know,
with a
bro.
like you gotta have a
Right.
foundation, bro. You
Yeah.
gotta have a foundation, bro. I'm talking to my students right now about personal statements, and I'm like, yo, what is something that you like think about the characteristics about you that if you met every single person on earth, you would want them to say this one thing about you or these two things about you or whatever.
Okay.
If you met every single person, they would all say this. You know what I'm saying? For
so
me,
that's
it's
what you
like,
stand on.
That's what you stand on, right?
Right.
So it's like no racist shit over here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's going to not tolerating that. No homophobic shit over here. You know what I'm saying? And respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, that was.
Definitely.
I want to teach my kid to be fearless. Like, are you with that? Are you going to be telling my kid he can't do shit when he really is trying to take leaps in faith and he's like fine? And you know what I'm saying? Like, are we showing him how to grow, like, or her how to grow? Are we teaching them what we believe in?
Exactly.
Like our beliefs. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be that divided. Because I also love an open mind.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If I grow up raising my kids to be Christian and my kid like wants to be a Buddhist,
Right.
all right, you want to practice a faith? Like, we can talk. I'm not like get out my house, which would have been like the older generation's probably solution.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like you gotta have those. You gotta stand on something, bro.
Yeah, that I agree. That respect is big, bro. Because I mean, I just from previous experiences, I just think respect is so big. Because if that's thrown out the window, then it's like a lot of shit is mimicked. So like Chrissy, it just takes me back to what you were saying earlier when you talk about even if it's not meant, but like sometimes responding in the attitude that I am, so in the sense of respect, so like speaking to me with respect. If you, I mean, we get into an argument and you have a bad mouth where you cursing me out, bro, that energy is just gonna cause me to curse you out. And then when you cursing at each other, bro, so I like some shit I stand on. It may not seem that big, but I like just know, bro, don't curse at me. Like, it's cool if we playing and you like say some shit like, you know, fuck out of here, that's cool. But if we in an argument, don't curse at me, because I'm not gonna curse at you. Like, I treat you with respect enough to not like really curse at you. So yeah, I mean, just certain shit like that, respect is what I ask. And then all the other shit we talked about, being patient, all that other shit. Like,
by curse at you, you mean like fuck you?
yeah, shit like that. Fuck
Not
you.
like, why didn't you do the fucking dishes?
Nah.
Okay. All right. I'm about to say, I definitely let some words fly.
I don't get, bro, just got a smart. I just don't want, if we're in a heated argument, you shouldn't be no fuck you, bitch, ass, whatever. Like, nah,
only adjectives.
Because if I'm calling you a B or saying
that's
fuck out my house, nah. So treat me with the same respect.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For either.
You also can't be easily influenced, because I don't think I'm easily influenced.
Right.
So for my partner,
I
like,
agree.
I can't feel like you go somewhere and like you're a different person.
Yes. Oh my
facts,
goodness.
Or like you're afraid to speak up about shit.
That's like my pet peeve.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually.
Like you can't be bro.
No.
I just had some crazy deja vu. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh, talk about it. Was it this? Is it still happening?
Yes, bro. I had a dream. Well, I don't know when I had the fucking dream, but I had a dream of you saying that Zane. Oh, what? That was.
Is it still happening right now? Can you catch it? Can you predict
Nah, that
what's
was
next?
it. It was only like a flash of like. See, I might not even remember the whole dream, but I remember that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
Right here too. I was like, this.
Yes, bro. Same shirt and everything, but I didn't remember until just now. That's wild.
Indeed.
Go ahead.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I don't.
No, that was all. It just can't be easy influence. There's a lot of influence out here.
Yeah.
Men are going to try to influence you when I'm not around.
Definitely
Women are going to try. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Friends group are going to try to influence you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be thinking like when you go out, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because like.
Somebody might scoop
yeah,
her up.
bro. Yeah.
Facts.
Definitely.
Because as a guy.
You know how niggas are. We know how niggas are.
Okay, but as a female, I know how women work too. And
but
girls
not to argue, but I feel like there's a greater portion of men who are like that than there are women.
But women in today's world, like, I know y'all watch my Instagram story because y'all both commented on it the other day.
Yeah.
Like, women in today's world are definitely like out here. Out here.
Wildin'.
Yes.
Not giving a fuck. Hot girl summer.
Don't give a fuck. Hot girl like life, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But my mama ain't raised me that way.
I
and
think that's the whole influence thing.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. You're influenced.
Yeah, literally. Like, they're influenced by like, I don't even know these Instagram baddies. I don't even know who they are. But
celebrities, like, everything people hearing in
like,
songs and all that.
Yeah.
Bro, Bree be following these TikTok moms, I guess, or whoever, who like dance full time and like do nothing else. I'm like, listen, I understand you like all that, but they obviously have husbands who probably make $1 million a year. And do that. Like, as long as you can distort, like, as long as you can distinguish reality from TikTok, like, you good. You feel me? But
you just watch that for enjoyment.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be easily influenced, man. Like you said, bro, like one crazy song could come out and now bitches just want to like wild out. Like, damn, bro.
They heard Quavo bought Sweetie $100 million Bentley, and now they want
to people aren't like, I feel like it's just not realistic, like things that people ask.
But even then, like, bro, who? First of all, you don't have a man, so what man are you ready to just go find off the street that's ready to buy you $100 million Bentley? Where you live at? Like, who even in your neighborhood has $100 million Bentley? Like,
do you know Kevin Samuels? The black guy who's like super womanizing and like
on
guy who's,
IG,
like, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Bro, he said some shit though, and I kind of was like, all right, I don't fuck with him.
Oh,
I don't either. I don't either.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna preface this by saying that I do not fuck with him. One day, and among like times where I found out I wasn't fucking with him, he was saying obviously some crazy like
right.
misogynistic stuff. But like, he did say some shit one time where he was like, "What like you want a man who makes this much money?"
Yeah,
and she was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Do you know what the median like salary is for or the average salary for a black man is?" And she was like, "No." And he was, I think it's like $40,000 to $50,000 or something like that for the average black man in the country. So he was like, "You think that where you hang out at, right? Because the people who
find him.
right,
this is my thing.
You think you're gonna find that guy, and not only are you gonna find that guy, he's gonna be a black man who's not a part of the 80 whatever the fuck percentage of us who make, you know what I'm saying? Or I make, by the grace of God, I make a little more than that. You feel me? But like, that's a low salary, and these women want like."
Right.
Real, like you feel what I'm saying? It's like, bro,
they
where
want
you going to
Birkin
find
bags,
that? Yeah, where you going to find that?
Gucci,
But why do you deserve
and
that?
Louis.
Like, why? What are you bringing to the table
so
that this man
so
should drop this on you?
I'm glad you said it. So now we can talk about it. 'Cause if I didn't say AI,
Listen,
AI,
Word
we just
up,
gonna keep that
Birdie.
one in the tuck till somebody else said it. You feel me?
Birdie, listen,
That's another thing he said. He was like, "All right, what do you bring to the table?" Because he was like, at the end of the day, if he has all the money, right, he's probably motivated. So you don't have to really motivate him.
Right.
Right. He kind of like, for example, let's say you got like a business owner or something like that. He's not motivated. He got a business off the ground up. You don't have to motivate him that way. Right.
He got his own house.
He has his own house.
He can
has his
hire
own
somebody
car.
to clean.
He hires someone to clean. All his families are like, he's fine. He has friends. He has social life. Right. So like, what are you providing outside of just like in-house pussy? Right. Because
That's what he said.
What it is.
That's what he said too.
Is it? Was it? Okay.
It was. He said like, I don't know if he used the word, but he,
Right.
He referred
it.
to the cat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and like basically just like I'm always like it's available when I walk in the door,
Yeah.
right? Like what are you bringing to the table? And of course, like that's when all women start to like go into
Snap.
defense mode. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a
It's like-
homemaker.
but it's like, nah,
I
think
make
about
this
it.
house a home. I
Like,
buy your
I
furniture.
make it a home. How do you make it a home? We don't
Word.
got no kids.
And
I
that's
bought everything in this bitch.
And he was
We
saying
hang
like,
out every
yeah.
night because you want to put it on Instagram.
Word.
So how you making it a home?
you want to put it on Instagram,
right? You want to be at the restaurant and shit, posting the pictures. All right. So how you making it a home?
And you ain't even posting me. You just posting
Right.
under
No
my
fact.
neck, bro.
But that's like a lot of women these days. Like
Yeah. And that's what they were saying.
Pick your partners carefully.
Exactly.
that's what it comes
Yeah.
back to.
And then it's like, bro, yeah,
Pick
you
your-
heard her.
pick
If
your
you find a
partner.
good one, make sure you keep him. You heard Chrissy,
Yeah.
bro. Because it's not a lot left.
It's not.
Bro, I see this question that says, I guess you had it. That says, "Is love enough in a relationship?"
No,
No,
I think the common answer is no.
absolutely not.
The common
definitely
answer is
not.
no.
I
I
need way more.
I know someone right now who's going through the epitome of like I love you, but like this is not it.
Yeah. No,
And he literally loves her like to the core, but it's like no.
When
It's not enough, bro.
it's really not enough. And like when I was with my ex, like we were together for 7 years, and I was just like, you know, and he did this, that, the third, like cheated, like lied, like everything you can think of under the sun. And I was just like, I was young and I was like naive. So I was just like, yeah, but like I love him. Like we're gonna make it work. Like, yeah, I can love him all I want, but that don't mean that that's going to stop him from cheating on me or texting the next girl or doing this, that, and the third.
It's things like that where you gotta evaluate, and not saying that you weren't really in love with him, but like, if this person's doing you wrong, are you in love with them, or are you in love with the idea of a relationship?
where
Are
it
you in
came
love with
from.
what you want them
That's
to be?
literally
and
what
you
it
think
came
they can
down
do?
to it. I was just like, I'm in love with the thought of what like life would be like if you were who you were
If
when
you
I met
acted
you.
right, and if that month that we were super
And
happy, if that was our life, but
literally-
like that's not it anymore. You gotta.
And let me tell you, we broke up, and that was literally what I told him. I was like, you did all this stuff to me for how many years? I was like, and now we live together, and you want to be a better man. I was like, but I don't want that from you anymore, because why did it take you so long to want to be a better man or want to be the right version of who I should have been dating the whole time? And I was just like, nah. And like, that was it. I was like, I can't.
You loved him right. That was on him to not love you right. So now
I was like, I gotta love
Now
me.
he gotta go.
I had to go love
Fuck
me
it up.
because
Now he gotta go.
I could definitely say like you definitely like in toxic relationships you definitely lose yourself, because I definitely lost myself. Like I changed so much and I didn't even like notice. Like you know what I mean? Like I didn't hang out with my friends, and it wasn't even because it was like, you know, like anything crazy, but like I was just like, nah, like I'm cool, but like I just like I wasn't myself, and I didn't notice that. So when it came down to, I was like, do I want to love you or do I want to love me? And I was like, I'm loving me because I gotta deal with me for the rest of my life.
Yo, G, I was talking to G the other day. Shout out G, Naughty by Nature on Instagram. Bro, he was like, a lot of men nowadays are afraid to fall in love. Like, they're afraid to start dating. Like, if you don't have that person already, you're afraid to find that person. Because if you try to be social and go find it in the bar, like, typically you don't want to find your love in the bar. And he was like, you can go to, like, he was like, a poetry event, for example, would be a perfect place. But I'm like, shitty people go to poetry events too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a ton of shitty people who come to, like, all my poetry events. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, so, he was saying a lot of relationships fail because men are like, so I kind of have mixed feelings about this, but men are more logical thinkers, right? So like women develop their idea of the man off of imagination. So at some point she has an imagination in her head of a man that at some point, like he does something about this man exists, right? Like this imagination. Mm-hmm. At some point, he said there's this theory that like she will try to get you into that box. So like in her head, she wants a dude who makes $1 million and takes care of her, right? She tells you right now that you make $20,000 a year. Oh, I love you. It's for like I'm not for money. At some point, her imagination is going to take over, and she's going to start trying to get you to fit into that box. And then when it doesn't work, that's when you're fucked. Yeah. So he was afraid, but I'm like, I feel like I'm the opposite. Like I feel like if you're someone who like loves hard, which is like me, I feel like I'm more imaginative in that regard. Yeah. Than like logically. He was saying like a man looks at it and is like, I want this. If you're that, let's go. Because I think that's how like Malcolm X did it. Like Malcolm X like called his like fiance or girlfriend on the phone and was like, are you trying to marry me or some shit? What? After like not dating that long. Because he was just like, are you down for the ride type shit? And she was, and he was like, whatever. I feel like I'm not that way. Let's do it. That was the example he used of a man who like men want, they know what they want, they get it, let's go.
He would be like ride
Women
or die.
Are like, kind of like over here. Like,
I got questions like where we riding to, how long we finna get there. Like I could bring food on the way. Like what's going on?
But I feel like that's very true. Like I feel like the majority of the women population, the dating women population, are working with imagination.
Mm-hmm. I think even smaller, like you got to understand that you can't try to change the person you're with, even if it's like, okay, I'm dating this guy and he smokes and I don't like that, but I really like him. So, you know, maybe he'll stop. Maybe he'll quit for me. Who are you to ask this man to change his life like that? Yeah. Like, if you knew this going in, it's not like he developed the smoking addiction into the relationship.
That's funny.
Like, that drives me crazy.
Me too, because I mean, you know, one of the requirements, not requirement, but like when I was single, I like would always like joke around with Cammie, like, man, like I feel like my next boyfriend, like whoever I date, like they have to smoke because I enjoy smoking. And I feel like it would put like a division between, like, because he wouldn't understand like where I'm coming from, like,
or get annoyed that you smell like smoke or like, anything like that.
And so like that was like a big thing. Like I'm not gonna lie, like that was a thing with me. Like I'm just like, nah, like I'm not even about to play around. But I literally like Darian, he doesn't even smoke, but like he never like says anything about me smoking, like anything. He just literally lets me do my thing. Like, and one time we were like talking, he was like, I mean, like I feel like, you know, people would probably say something about like you smoking. He was like, I don't want you to make you feel like I care. He was like, I don't, because that's just your thing. It's what you do. And he was like, it doesn't bother me at all. And I'm like, that's so dope, because like I feel like people like, because not even like anybody but my mom, like, you know, like little things, or like my brother commenting about it or like something like that, like is annoying. So like it's like cool when you find like, you know, somebody who doesn't really, who just accepts you, literally accepts you for you.
Facts.
Super Fendi. Chrissy brought up race. She brought up because I believe just us two, right? Are in it. Oh, Ivan as well. 3 of us are in relationships. So what's that like? What are those experiences like? What are those thoughts?
See, I don't have any like horror stories. Like honestly, I Tay is a black man. I've never brought home a black man before him. So I was a little scared at first. And not that I think my family's racist or anything like that. It just hasn't been done before. So like it was new territory. I was a little hesitant to like tell my family at first. I mean, that lasted like all of like a week until they found out. But, but I'm glad at least that my family was accepting, and I'm so glad that his family's accepting and all of that. But that really be a factor for people that might not, whose parents might not be as adaptable or accepting or anything like that. And maybe not even parents, but grandparents. It's like family relationships that you hold dear to you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If they don't accept the person that you're with, like, where do you go from there?
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah. We've definitely seen our obstacles of racism in our relationship. But like, that's the thing, like, when we talk about like trait necessities, like, all right, like this is part of the deal. Like, we're going to get looked at weird. Somebody might say something, like somebody with a little privilege could say something to us when we're out. Like, these are things that like are real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember one time we went to Hooters, bro, right around the corner, bro. Trump just like hillbilly, everywhere. Just nation, bro. I'm talking like I'm the only black person in this building, bro. And literally, bro, we were just like a Friday night. We was like, let's go get some food, like let's go somewhere. And I never had Hooters. And I was like, let's go to Hooters. And she was making a joke about, I guess the waiters like are mean to boyfriends. Like, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go to Hooters. You feel me? Not the lavish experience you would expect, obviously. And the whole time we're at dinner, like I'm not even listening to her.
Because you're
like, we're at the table and I'm looking at her, bro, and I'm not listening to anything she's saying, bro, because I'm like, bro, if something pops off,
facts,
I need to like, I'm looking at them really. Like, I'm looking at you, but I'm looking at them and seeing if they're looking at me. I'm looking at this guy's walking to the bathroom, but he walking past me a little too close. Like, I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not.
That. So like, you've had that, and you like, so instantly after that, was there anything like Bree may have said, like, yo, were you okay? Were you like, even if she didn't?
Yeah.
So, and explaining that, like, after you explained it just like that. That's why. Because I'm just on alert. Yeah. And she's fine with that. Like, her response.
It went well, obviously. The talk went well. She I think she understood that I was looking through, like, I think it made sense now. Like, I think she probably noticed that I wasn't all the way there. And she probably just was like, whatever. Like, she just kept talking to me. Mm-hmm. And then when I explained what was going on, she was like, oh. Yeah. And I think that also plays a part too now when we go other places. Like, if she, like, so for example, like, we like to go to Asbury a lot, but she'll be like, all right, like she won't walk me into a situation where I'm like,
super
wrong, bro. Like, we're not going to the all white, like, country bar. Like, you know, we're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it opened her eyes to just like, it also showed her, I think it showed her it in real time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because like, obviously you can talk about experiences, right? And then it's like, it's not there, but like, as close as you can possibly get is right in front of me while I'm like
on guard, like that.
Like in defense mode. Exactly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like,
bro.
And then it also showed her like how like you are with me. You know what I'm saying? They also don't like that you're with me. So
I'm trying to protect myself and you.
Like, yeah, like I'm in here this whole time thinking like, if I got to get us out of here, because that's another thing. Like, I'm like, obviously I'm defensive of her too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I got to get us out of here, you know what I'm saying? How am I doing that? I'm the whole dinner. I'm thinking this. I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying? My knife is over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I thinking that? I'm trying to be on dinner. You found at dinner with my fiance at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, she still is on us at the time. But yeah, bro. Like, so the race thing, bro. I feel like it's just you got to understand that you're going to experience it in a way that you haven't experienced it. That's what it is.
That's all I was going to say. Understanding is big. I just remember my first time in that experience with Jess. Like, our first trip, we was in Arizona, and I just remember being at this one spot in Arizona where it was like a crowd, and you know, bro, as a person, people are people, bro. I got best friends who are white. Like, you know what I mean? I see no color. If you're a good person and you're my friend, then that's just what it is. But when you go out in places like that and you hear stories and you might hear like whatever, you automatically on defense. So like, I remember the first time me and Jess went out, and it was almost the same situation. She talking, bro. She might have said something like 3 times and I didn't respond. She was like, why aren't you listening to me? And I'm like, what you mean? And she like, you're not, she's like, you're not even listening to me. And I was like, we'll talk about, cause you don't want to talk about it right there at the table. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Cause at that time, bro, you really like, you're peeping your surroundings. You trying, you know what I mean? If some shit go down, I don't got that thing. I gotta get up out of here. So bro, after that, like, you know what I mean? Just speaking on, it's all about understanding, because I was able to explain that to her. Like, this is the only reason why I'm like this. Like, we're in Arizona. We're not from around here. So if we got to get the fuck up out of here, now we got to figure out where the fuck we're going. Like we don't. None of this is familiar to us. You don't know these people. I don't know these people. And I have to be responsible for both of us. So it's like
that we in Arizona.
Exactly. Yeah. Now we got to figure out how to get called up back to the fuck East Coast and who gonna come fucking get us, and you know what I mean. So
who gotta come get us?
Yeah, bro. But just to speak to that, it's about understanding, like all of it. That shit.
Yeah. I could definitely say, even though like I've been with, you know, black males, that as a half white woman, their moms definitely have things to say. Like they've definitely thrown shade at me before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they definitely like they'll just be like, "Oh, you got yourself." Like I remember I was with this one of my exes. We were together for like 2 years, and his mom was like, "Oh wow, you got yourself a little white girl now," and I was like. Huh? Like I literally looked at her like, cause don't disrespect me, but like I was just like, what? Like, what is that supposed to mean? Cause like his girlfriend before me was black, and like I am black, but like obviously I'm mixed. Yeah. And I was just like you wouldn't think like that people would be like, but nah, that was like multiple exes of mine. Parents have actually.
Like right in front of you? That's
like,
just common
yeah, like,
disrespectful.
yeah.
You wanna talk shit behind my back.
You would think, like,
no pics, just right in your
don't,
bed.
bro.
But like,
damn, man,
parents know what
it's
they're
crazy.
doing, bro.
No, parents know what
they
they're
know.
doing.
They know they're throwing shade right in front of you.
Yeah,
they're
they
playing
do.
chess the whole time. Like they know. Like,
they know.
You know what I mean?
But I was just like, that's like, it's just crazy because I'm just like, I wouldn't think that I was going to experience that or something like that.
The world we
like,
live in, man.
Yeah,
bro. I feel like even like cultural differences.
Yeah.
Like coming into the like even now like the things that like I feel like things that might be like second nature to us, like being aware of your surroundings. Like you know what I'm saying? Like not leaving like Bree, like early in relationship, Bree would always leave her purse like on the like bar. And be like in front of it, but like back turn.
Yeah. Right.
And
I'm like, bro,
don't do
you
that.
can't do that.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I'm like at the time when we were early dating. This is at Rome. This is like white people nation, right? So like obviously like you're used to these people,
Right.
like you're used to this environment. I'm like, bro, we can go to this bar in North Philly. That won't be there when you turn around. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like watch your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or like walking to the car, like lock the door as soon as you get in the car. Don't get in the car and sit with it unlocked. You feel what I'm saying? Like get in, lock it, and then do what you gotta do. You feel what I'm saying? Like. Late at night, if you got to go to your car, have your car ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get to your car and then start digging through your purse trying to find you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, you don't
certain like defense mechanisms, I feel like that like we grow up with in the black community, just like survival,
street
just
smart.
like street smarts. Exactly,
Yeah.
it's street smarts. It's like street smarts. Yeah, like having to teach that. Like,
Yeah.
like bro, you shouldn't do that because then you get like mad because part of it too is understanding like what they don't understand as well.
Yeah, like they.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to be patient with
care.
that too. Like, so for example, something that like Brie and I had to get, like, she had to like tell me one day. She's like, bro, like the things that are like, yes, you've had a hard life. Like things have happened to you that are fucked up, and like you had to overcome them, right? Mm-hmm. But like at scale, I've had these things happen to me in my life, and they're not like that. But like to me, this is like
Big
it
deal.
hurts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right.
Right.
It's like all right, like the same way you want your partner to like understand that like it's a cultural difference, you have to understand it the other way. Like, bro, like for example, she's studying for a CPA. She's like, the CPA is like everything right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to treat it like you graduating with your master's or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to treat it at scale like the way I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the cultural difference too was like, just like it was very eye opening. You know what I'm saying? And the older we get, where we're more on our own, you start to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like it's a
For
high
sure.
school thing where like you kind of can hide it from your parents. You kind of don't got. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, no, bro, making life decisions and shit like that. Like we're like buying a house for a black man is different than buying a house for a white person.
Yeah,
For sure.
Just that alone. Like, okay, now we have to buy a house. Like we might see that. You feel me? So yeah, man, the cultural differences.
Sound like we need a part 2.
Sound like we need a part 2, man.
Definitely.
agree.
Wait,
I would
I agree.
Yo.
This was like, I feel like there's way more to get into.
Yeah, man, for sure. Before we go, let's wrap up with a little pet corner.
Okay.
Let's wrap up with a little pet corner. So
We'll introduce it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So for those who don't know, Pet Corner is a segment on our show where we talk about our pets, our little creatures, our babies at home. Typically, we will talk about them in negative fashion. It will be us talking shit, typically. But they're amazing, and we love them. We should preface that with every show. Who wants to talk shit on their pet first?
I actually don't want to talk shit on my pet, so
I'll go first. Let's go. The other fucking day, bro. So as I told you, Zoe's now like sniffing for table food and shit like that, bro. One day I left her like, or obviously our people can't see. We shut the doors when we leave. We shut all the like doors over there, and she just has like this area, right? Bro, one day I come in, bro. The trash can is knocked over. She knocked it over, bro, and was eating out of it, bro.
Oh, no.
Over here, throwing up, bro, what looked like shit, but like tan. Like it looked like it was like cement colored almost. Cause she ate everything that was in there, bro. And she's throwing up like crazy. I'm like, bro, like, yo, like you ever like don't feel sorry for your pet?
Yes, bro.
And
All
they
the
throwing up,
time.
and you're just like, yeah.
You deserve that.
Like,
That's what the
why
fuck.
would you
Stop
do
eating that
Yeah.
shit now.
Nobody told you to do all that.
Yeah, bro.
There you go.
I think me and Bree were talking about. I think it's the terrible twos, but I think it exists for dogs.
No, I have
She's
that
like
with
two.
Luna.
She's like
I
two.
do have that.
I don't even want to know what Draco shit gonna be like
No.
then. He's so hype. So I'll
They-
jump in. Sorry, not to
Take it away, Ivan.
I love Draco, but then he just hype as shit, bro. Like, you can't have company around him because all you want to do is fucking jump and play. Like, and then it's like, bro, yo. So first of all, he claw at your legs. You know what I mean? He might do it. Then he'll jump on the bed, or jump on the couch wherever people at. Jump down. You know what I mean? But the shit'll go on for hours. It's not like this is a hype ass dog who's gonna stop after an hour. All right, these company been here all day. He gonna be hyped the whole day, bro. Like, you gotta pick him up and choke slam him, bro. Now I don't even. So
choke
Draco, no, he literally, to get him to stop, like, he'll jump on you. I'll tell him stop. He'll get down, then he'll do that little shit like where he ready to run away. They can't. Well, Solo, you can see me do that little shit like he ready to run away, sprint away.
I know
and then
exactly what that is, by the way.
Yes,
Bro.
maybe like that.
Yeah, bro.
he'll sprint away. He get that shit, came back, and then I'll be like, bro, I'm not playing with you. Come back, jump on the bed, and, bro, like, he'll put his paw up, smack me in my mitt, then run away again. And I'm like, bro, all right, so
like now I'm gonna fuck you up.
yep,
Yes,
come back
'cause
now, I gotta
nah,
pick him up,
that's disrespectful.
slam him on the bed, and
Shake him up a little bit.
Stop.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing with you.
exactly.
Then
And
he look back at you like,
yeah,
damn, you ain't
he'll
have to
jump
do all
off the
that,
bed
but
and then look at
He
me
will be
like,
like, I can't believe you just did all that.
You could have
Right.
just said
Yo,
stop.
the audacity, bro. The victim card that gets
No,
played
they-
when you
yes.
fuck up everything.
yeah, like, come on
Like,
now.
it's not like I could just like go chew up your toys. Like, I'm not finna
Yeah.
do that. But here you are just chewing up out the trash can. Like,
If I had an ugly dog,
Make
so
it
people
make
have
sense.
ugly dogs, and Bree's like, oh, they're ugly, so they're cute. Kind of. I'm like, no,
I
they're
think
fucking
Drake.
ugly.
That's how Draco is.
I don't think Draco's ugly.
No, he's cute.
not.
He's an ugly
No,
cute.
I'll
bro.
show you
Come
an
on.
ugly dog. It's not Draco.
yeah,
bro.
no, facts.
And I'm like, how do you
People
love
ugly
that dog
dogs.
after they eat out the trash can and fuck up your living room? They can't even put on a cute face that makes you feel sorry for them, bro. You don't even want to look. I hate, bro. It's like, bro, people got ugly dogs, bro. I don't think you
Nah,
have
they
ugly
do.
dogs. I don't think you have ugly dogs.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you ugly dog. I don't think any of my friends have ugly dogs.
That was nice.
You don't even
of
want to empathize with that dog.
That's how I feel with Draco sometimes, bro.
Nah, that's
It's-
how I be feeling with Luna.
they all mushed
You get
up,
on my
like-
nerves.
Fuck out of here. I'm
You
not
know
playing
your
with you
dog's
right
ugly. Have some accountability.
now. Exactly.
Not you, but-
no,
Make it. It needs to be in check at all times.
Yeah, like
your
if you have
dog
an
is
ugly dog,
ugly,
yeah,
Nah.
he needs to be in.
A1
Absolutely.
manners.
Absolutely. We don't discriminate against dogs, but like,
We don't.
just know when your dog's ugly.
Word.
We still love the dog. We treat it with respect.
We definitely don't discriminate against dogs.
Yeah.
Because
Nah, no pets.
I love Uzi, and Uzi is my
Yeah.
bearded dragon. And
Oh my
Yes.
bad, Romo.
this is actually my first time. So growing up, my brothers had reptiles. They had like snakes and stuff. And this is actually my first time ever having a reptile by myself. Like, I like reptiles, but they're actually a lot of work.
Yeah.
So he's only 3 months, so he's little and he's still getting used to me. We've only had him for about a month. But Darian thinks I'm crazy, but I swear he knows when I'm like getting ready to leave. Like, you know how like your dog, like Zoe knows when you're about to leave.
Yeah,
facts.
Luna knows when I'm about to leave because I put on clothes and she goes right to her cage.
Yeah.
If I'm putting on clothes and Uzi's like just in his tank or whatever, like he has like they have like heat rocks. So, cause they're from the desert. So they have to be like in like 110 degree temperature all the time. So he'll like sit on his rock under his heat lamp. And if I like get up and like I'm changing my clothes, he literally like, he'll just like get on his like forearms and he'll just like poke his head up and he just stares at me. Like,
You know.
and like,
Where you thought you was going.
yeah, like
Right.
literally, like mind you, like,
Without me,
if you have like a bearded dragon or if you have reptiles, like they are very independent. Like they don't do the whole cuddling thing. Like obviously
Yeah.
it's a reptile, but like they just like to chill and they like to do their own thing, but they like you being around when you're doing your own thing. So I leave and he literally like turns his head like this and he'll just like stare at me and he'll like squint his eyes like, what?
Like, where are you
Like,
going?
you're just leaving me? And it's actually really, it's like so cute. So I
Like,
was
he
like,
pay rent.
yeah.
Right.
So today I was leaving to come here and I'm getting changed or whatever. And Darian's like playing 2K. And I was like, I put on my sweatshirt and I was like, he like literally like jumped up and he was just staring at me. I was like, babe, look, he knows I'm leaving. He was like, no, he's not. He's probably just hungry. I was like, no, he knows I'm leaving. Like, he did this like for 3 days in a row. I'm just like amazed because like now he's used to me. So like now he like is really like, oh my God, like I got a human mom. And he does. It's me. He looks just like me too. I'll make Tay
He
like
looks just like me.
insert a picture of us.
Is he black or is he white?
He's actually mixed. He's tan.
As you can see.
But is he an African American male or is he a white male?
He's definitely an African American male. I mean, I feel like as a mixed woman, I identify as black, even though I have white in me.
Okay, fire.
So I feel like he does the same.
He could say nigga.
He definitely can.
Or
He definitely be cursing.
Drake type shit.
He be cursing me out. Like
Okay, got it.
Drake
Got
type
it.
if I feed him a worm, like if I'm feeding him a worm with tongs, like tweezers, basically, they're like super big, and he eats it, but then I'll go and feed him a worm from my hand. I can no longer feed him a worm from the tongs because now I have to hand feed him. Or if he just wants it on his rock, I gotta leave it on his rock and let him do his thing. Like,
'Cause he's spoiled.
He will literally be like, he's so spoiled, and I know it because he says no, so he'll like turn his head and he like shakes his body like when he's done eating. I'm just like, where did you learn this? Because I didn't teach you this.
Communication.
Like I did not teach. I didn't teach you these things.
Instinct.
Right.
See, tell us about the critters at home.
Winnie and
Listen.
Benji.
Is critter the right word? Does that mean
Critters?
animal?
I feel like that means like bugs.
Usually,
Okay, I'm sorry. Tell us about the cats at home. Sorry.
All right. So Devontae and I have two beautiful little fur babies, Benjamin and Winston. And let me
Nephews.
They're
tell you,
adorable. They are adorable.
No,
Nephews.
they are.
They are cute cats.
let me tell you how I lost Benji.
What?
No.
This man
Recently?
was almost a goner.
To this, I'm about to say he's
let me
still now.
preface- No, we got him now. But let me preface, at the time, we were living in the not best part of Philly. So, like, if the cat got out, like, they gone. We're not finding him. Like, ain't nobody community
street
gonna help
cat
me.
now.
Look,
Right, like,
it's over
no,
for
he's a
Benji.
street
Like,
cat
he gonna
We're not
learn
hanging
today.
up signs.
No. So it was dinner time, and all I have to do is are you hungry? And they come running. Winnie's right there, meowing at me, like looking at me, like, yo, feed me.
Yeah.
And Benji's nowhere to be found. So our house had like a bunch of stories at the time. When I tell you, I scaled this house multiple times, like Benji smacking his bowl, like clinging it, like shaking the treat bag, like trying everything to find him. And so at a certain point, like, I'm sure if you're a parent, but even a fur baby parent, like that panic sets in.
Oh, I have panic attacks all the time.
Fendi.
So I'm running, like, I'm texting my roommates at the time because we had like 3 other people that we lived with. Tearing apart closets, every single one of his hiding spots. I'm calling Tay, who is at the time at work, and he can't really talk on the phone at his last job. So
That's
he's
the
like,
worst.
what do you want me to do?
I need you to figure
He just
it
trying to
out.
help any way he can. All right, I don't know. Look upstairs.
Bathroom? Like, why wouldn't I have checked the bathroom? Like, yeah. So I'm freaking out at him. He's like, are you still going to be able to come pick me up from work? I'm like, no,
I
I
actually
lost
can't.
our son.
Like, he's
So-
missing. Do I call the cops?
But your shift almost
Word
over.
up. I got 45 minutes.
So fast forward, I'm having a full blown panic. It's like I'm broken out in hives. I'm sweating. I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm freaking out. And one of my roommates finally answered like the group chat because I was the only one home too.
Yeah.
Just to make matters worse. But they were like, oh, he sometimes like hides in our room, but like we're not home. Our door's locked. And so I had to figure out how to like unlock the door. And I go in their room and I'm calling them and I don't hear anything. And then I hear the slightest little meow. And I'm like, where did that come from? He's in a locked room. They have one of those beds where they got storage underneath.
Okay.
I open up this drawer and he just pops his head out like, oh, hey.
Chilling the whole
You
time.
found me.
You finally
Like
here.
you said, dinner time, I'm ready. And I'm like, I'm going through it. I'm having a moment.
What if he opened it? He was like, damn, about time.
Right.
Right.
That's
Hungry
literally
as
what
shit
he
here.
said. Like, where was you at?
He was
Worst game of
definitely
hide and
playing a
seek
game
ever.
with you. Like, yes, literally hide and seek. Like, she's not gonna find me here. Like, they're not even home. They locked the door. Good luck, mom.
Listen, y'all, we need a part 2 for this relationship, man.
Word.
do.
Part 2. But until that time, man, it's This Side of Jersey podcast. Just to
Gang.
go through the cast one more time, it's your boy Ugly Steven.
Perks to being tour.
Robinson03_.
Chrissy, you want to plug your IG real quick?
Sure, Chrissy _MCC.
Indeed. Oh, do you want to tell us what you're working on, by the way?
I'm working on
Yeah.
a little.
Before you
It's
go.
like a small side project. You
Okay.
know. Got to stay up with my partner, keeping
Uh-huh.
myself motivated.
What do you say?
So,
That boy been on his grind.
Snap.
Yes,
him be the
sir.
only entrepreneur. So
Yes, sir.
It's a little company. It's Comfy Living Co. on Instagram.
Okay.
It's kind of
Follow.
just, I found my passion for interior design and wanted to do something with it for people like in my similar situation. Either you just got a house or you got an apartment and interior design isn't your thing. It's creating the space that you're comfortable in. So I link everything that I've bought on Amazon, Target, Walmart, whatever it may be. And so I just got, a site. You look at the
Lit.
pictures, you see what you like, you go shop that. And
That's
Yo.
What she said. Indeed. And plug that one more time. What is it on Instagram?
it's Comfy Living _Co on Instagram and all platforms.
So live comfy. Go shop, Chrissy.
Indeed. Go shop that.
Yeah.
Period.
Korean Tay, we love you behind the camera.
Gang.
This Side of Jersey podcast,
Gang,
y'all.
gang.